York pledging to go carbon neutral by 2030, people from across the city have come together to decide what the council should do now to move towards a greener future.
So we're here today to bring the community of York together. We've really reached out to a massive range of different groups and bring them together to look at what York as a carbon neutral city by 2030 would look like, and we want to come up with solutions and policy suggestions that really work for everyone, and we want to bring everyone together. It's been very family friendly. We've had all sorts of different interfaith groups, different community groups, just really bringing York together and thinking about climate breakdown and climate justice as a city.
The forum's main goal may have been the environment, but it also demonstrated solidarity in the city.
I think that's absolutely true. I think climate change is an issue that affects all of us, the younger people much more, and also people in the global south far more than us in the global west, despite the fact that we're far more responsible for it than them. But it really is an issue that no one is separate from. You can't be not impacted by climate breakdown because it's the literal planet, it's what we live on, it's everything that supports our life and the way we live. So you have to bring everyone together. These things have to work for everyone. We need all voices in this if it's really going to work. It's got to be everyone because it impacts all of us.
It's also encouraged people to step up and demand a plan from the council.
We're trying to gather as many different groups and people from around York as possible, having a range of activities, but ultimately what we're trying to do is have a vision and mandate of what we want York as a city to do going forward to become carbon neutral by 2030. The council have declared a climate emergency and are committed to going carbon neutral by 2030, but what we want is people's engagement to show how that can be done, what we want to be done, rather than just the council saying what should be done themselves.
So between the council, the organisers and the people, who creates the mandate?
So essentially the kind of key points are up to the people themselves. So the middle section of this evening is called Assemble, where we're having a people's assembly. So any person who's came along to the event, we're going to gather them all into a room and discuss for a couple of hours different areas and policy proposals that people might be interested in, and then the people themselves are going to split up into groups, come up with their own ideas and propose those to the wider group, and any ideas that the group as a whole agrees with will then be written into a document that will be presented to the council.
The forum was held during the evening so that as many people as possible could attend.
We really want ordinary people to be involved in this as much as possible. It's not just like us as a group telling the council what they should do, it's the actual people of York, as many of them as possible, we hope, giving a mandate to the council and saying this is what needs to be done. We didn't want to be too attached to the council, so it is its own kind of independent event, so it's an independent location, it's in the centre of town, it's easy to bring everyone to, and it's a nice building and everything else. It just, really worked out on a whole bunch of levels, I would say.
The forum has been held, the mandate has been written, but what happens next for York?
So we want York City Council to actually put actions to their words. They've declared a climate emergency and committed to going carbon neutral by 2030. We want to see real concrete changes that actually go forwards doing that. So whether that's looking at housing, transport, looking at York Central, which is set to increase carbon emissions by a very large amount in York if they pursue that. So it has to be, there's many different areas that contribute to climate breakdown, but we really want to see concrete action in all of these different areas to make York actually carbon neutral by 2030.
With the mandate to be delivered on the 27th of June, the clock begins its 10-year countdown to a carbon-free York. Kit Taylor, That's TV.